5 DJ power tips you should know. One easy thing to overlook as a mobile DJ is power. Everyone knows you have to have electricity to use your equipment, but are you powering that equipment correctly? Here are 5 tips to make sure you're powering your equipment correctly while also protecting it. Let's get into it. The first tip on this list is to stay away from basic power strips and cheap surge protectors. Basic power strips only provide more outlets and offer zero protection to your equipment. Power strips with surge protection do offer some protection, but they offer no other real benefits. Electricity is finicky and has a lot of variables that can make or break your equipment, like noise or varying voltage. Basic power strips and surge protectors have zero ability to filter out noise or have any real way to stabilize voltage going to your equipment.
Whack.
Which leads me to tip number 2. Use a power conditioner. Power conditioners clean the electricity coming out of the outlet to give you the best power possible. They have built-in surge protection, filters to eliminate noise from dirty power, and some can even regulate voltage. You can even get power conditioners with a voltage readout so you know exactly how much power you're dealing with. A good power conditioner isn't cheap, but it's well worth the investment. It'll give you the cleanest power possible and protect your equipment all at the same time. My next tip is to make sure you're using the right size extension cord for the correct applications. Yes, size matters.
That's what she said.
Especially when it comes to extending power. When you're buying an extension cord, you'll notice they're based on size shown as gauge or AWG. The lower the number next to AWG means the bigger the wire inside of the extension cord. Think of an extension cord like a water pipe. The smaller the pipe, the more effort it takes for the water to get through it. The same goes for electricity going through an extension cord. The issue is the harder it is for the electricity to get through the cord, the more heat it generates, especially over long distances. Having an extension cord that's too small is a potential fire hazard, and nobody wants that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
So, what size cord should you invest in? Well, that all depends on how long the extension is and what it is you're connecting to it. If you're looking to use extension cords for your speakers, then I would recommend something like a 12 gauge, especially if you're looking to extend your power over 15 feet. I know some people watching are probably rolling their eyes, but the truth is you can't go wrong with buying a really beefy extension cord. Realistically, if you're running an extension that's below 15 feet, you can kind of get away with a 14 gauge cord, but for a few extra dollars, you can buy a 12 gauge and never have to worry. Side note, as a mobile DJ, you should be using black extension cords. There is nothing uglier than seeing an orange or bright yellow extension cord going to somebody's equipment. It looks bad. Stop doing it. Use black extension cords. The 4th tip on this list is use an outlet tester. Outlet testers have the ability to tell you how much voltage you have at the outlet. They can tell you if the outlet is wired correctly, and they can even tell you if the outlet is grounded. I really don't think I need to stress why testing an outlet first is a really good idea, but knowing what your outlet is capable of will save you a ton of headaches when it comes to powering your setup.
Nice.
And the last tip on this list is to get a battery generator. Battery generators come in handy for a few reasons. For one, you have your own power supply. Outlets at the venue are crap, you're good. You're doing an outdoor event and the closest outlet is 100 feet away, you're good. They even have battery generators with a built-in UPS. UPS stands for uninterruptible power supply, and that means if the power goes out, there'll be a slight delay, but the generator will kick in and save the day. Bars. As an example, if you had a Jackery 3000 with a built-in UPS, you would plug it directly into the outlet at the venue. You would then plug your equipment into that Jackery. The Jackery is going to stay charged because it's plugged into an outlet and it's receiving power. If the venue loses power, the UPS in that Jackery is going to kick in and the power is going to remain on. There would be about a 20 millisecond delay, but once it kicks back in, you have power and you can keep the party going. Now, I'm a huge fan of Jackery products, but there's other brands out there. You want to make sure you buy a battery generator that's large enough to handle your full setup. And by full setup, I mean your controller, turntables, CDJs, whatever you're using, your external mixer, and your speakers. A 2000 watt generator will typically do the trick for most mobile DJ setups. I went with the Jackery 3000 because I wanted a little more confidence when it comes to runtime. As a mobile DJ, I really think battery generators are invaluable, and in my opinion, every mobile DJ should at least have one. Let's recap. Never use cheap power strips or surge protectors. Always use a power conditioner to protect your precious equipment. Always use the right size extension cord for the job. Buy an outlet tester and save yourself the headache. And lastly, buy a battery generator. I promise you they are worth the investment. But viewers, leave it to you. How do you handle power at your events? Leave it in the comments. As always, if you made it to the end of this video, I'd like to say thank you so much for watching. If you found anything valuable in the content, please subscribe to the channel. We have a bunch of videos going over the tech that we use as DJs with a ton more coming down the pipeline. My name is Seth Velez, aka DJ Seth V. This is DJ Tech Tips. Thank you for watching, and we out!